All right, welcome back for another deep dive. You guys know how this works by now. We're all about those killer opening lines. And today, we're going to be dissecting a pretty famous one.
Oh yeah, this is a good one.
It's from Haruki Murakami's 1Q84. You probably heard of it, maybe even read it.
It's a bit of a modern classic.
It is. Okay, so the opening line is, "The taxi's radio was tuned to a classical FM broadcast." So simple, Ray. But does it work? Does it pull you in? What do you think?
You know, it's funny because on the surface, it seems almost boring. Like, who cares about a taxi radio?
Right. Like, is that supposed to be exciting?
But that's kind of the genius of it. Murakami is a master at using the ordinary to set the stage for something extraordinary.
Okay, I see where you're going with this. It's like he's lulling you into a false sense of security with this everyday image.
Exactly. You're comfortable, you recognize this world, and then bam, he flips the script and takes you somewhere completely unexpected.
It's like those magic tricks where the magician keeps showing you their empty hands before pulling a rabbit out of a hat.
Yes, perfect analogy. You're so focused on the familiar that you don't see the twist coming. And speaking of twists, there's actually more to that radio than meets the eye.
Oh, yeah. What do you mean? It's just a radio, right? Playing some classical music.
Not quite. It seems like a minor detail, but that classical FM broadcast is actually a clue. It introduces this recurring motif of Janáček's Sinfonietta.
Hold on. Janáček's Sinfonietta. Like a specific piece of music.
Yep. And it's not just background noise. This symphony becomes a major player in the novel. It acts as a bridge between characters, between different realities. It's practically a character in itself.
Wow. So Murakami is already foreshadowing some pretty complex stuff, right, from the first line.
Exactly. It's subtle, but it's there. It's like Chekhov's gun, you know? But instead of a gun, it's a symphony.
Okay, I love that. Chekhov's Symphony. I got to remember that one.
Right. But it's not just the radio that's important here. Notice how the setting itself is already in motion. We're not in a house or a cafe. We're in a taxi.
Oh, you're right. We're already moving, transitioning between places.
Exactly. And that sense of movement, of being in between, really mirrors the whole vibe of 1Q84. The novel is all about shifting realities, dualities, liminal spaces.
It's like that idea of the hero's journey, right? Like that first step out the door. We're on a journey with the protagonist, but we don't know where we're going yet.
Absolutely. And there's also this underlying feeling of loneliness, don't you think? Just this one person alone in a taxi listening to the radio.
It's such a specific and kind of melancholy image, isn't it? It makes me think of those Edward Hopper paintings, all those solitary figures in diners or hotel rooms.
Yes, exactly. That sense of urban isolation, even when you're surrounded by people.
Yeah, and Murakami captures that so well.
Oh, absolutely. And he establishes it right from that first sentence. You're already feeling this sense of detachment, which I think really sets the tone for the whole book.
It's amazing how much he packs into that one seemingly simple line.
Right. It's subtle, but if you pay attention, it's all there. The foreshadowing, the themes, the atmosphere. It's like he's giving you a little taste of what's to come, inviting you to dig deeper.
It's classic Murakami. He just draws you in with these seemingly mundane details, and then he slowly unravels this whole other world. And that opening line, well, it's the key that unlocks it all.
It really is a masterclass in how to hook a reader from the very first sentence.
Totally agree. All right, folks, that's it for today's deep dive. We hope you enjoyed our little journey into the mind of Murakami. And next time you pick up a book, take a moment to really savor that opening line. You never know what secrets it might hold.